All right, shalom, shalom. With the Hebrew Israelites, all right? GMS Louisiana Saints, back at you with another live camp, all right? But before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Barakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone who rule well and teach well and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessings to you, I can pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time, all right? Wherever ye may be scattered, man. And we're in these last seconds of time because we see Esau in his mind, he's thinking that he's inching in and closing in on his NWO, inching in to fulfill his enterprise, man. And we see all the things that are going along with his guidelines to his NWO. And we also see on the right-hand side what's going on according to prophecy, man. The scriptures tell you in Revelation 19, the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, man. So that's the spirit that we're coming in, all right? Because, Lord willing, will that number, we're taking part in the destruction of Babylon right now, man, with these words, all right? These ancient words, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls it, verse 14, it says, and he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
Right, because Joel 9 and 24, if you could grab it, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. So if you got control of the earth, you control the means of your subjects' success, right? I control how you're going to buy this car, how you're going to get this job, what promotion you're going to get, all right? How you're going to advance and move up in the society, how technology is going to work, how medical and medicine is going to work, man, all right? So what this devil has done was, he's created a problem, all right? Jab. The Most High is in control of him, so the Most High created that pestilence, all right? It's bigger than Esau. So this pestilence is followed by what? A makeshift solution by Esau on the left-hand side, but you got the real solution by us on the right-hand side, man. The Lord gives you options, man. It tells you in Deuteronomy, choose this day whom you will serve, man, all right? And we're serving life, and we know we're on the right path because we're doing the works, man, of the Lord. You got it, brother.
And it reads, it says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
In the sight of the beast, man, because he has power to do this. EU and NATO, all right, this beast, this whore that sitteth upon many waters, man. Esau is in control of this, man. He's in control of this whole beast, so he has the idea in his mind, well, I'm gonna slip them a pestilence relief package, and they're gonna just eat it up, all right. And we just so called the elder was going into this multi-headed dragon that they consumed inside of this beast, inside of this jab, this liquid, all right. We know that it's a self-replicating being, all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we know that it's self-replicating and it's inside you, Jakes, man. So that's a part of that deception. But get in this rock out. He that sinned it, let him fall in the hands of the physician, man.
It rhymes with the word Mara.
Yeah.
Mara. You know?
That's right, man. And you can look it up. What the brother's talking about, man. And there's many videos if you're in tune with the apostles are doing, all right? The apostles are down to there's a lot of videos going out on this subject right now, man. Yeah. Just showing you the furtherance and the deception that Esau's put out, man. He's destroying you people, man. And you can't see it, man. That's why we know this is a gift of prophecy, man. To be able to see these things, to be able to see the shortcomings of the society and know it's going to be destroyed, know that the Lord is going to save the righteous, man, that's a gift, man. You got it, man.
You want him to get that?
Yeah. Bring it up.
All right, God. This is Sirach, chapter 38, verse 15. He that sinneth before his maker,
he that transgress it, because you transgress it by what? Not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Not keeping the name of the Most High. Not keeping the Shabbat. Not caring less about the Lord, man.
Serving other gods.
Serving other gods in this captivity we live in, because Jake is a Rastafarian. Jake is everything, man, under the sun, man.
Jake is an idolatry.
Period, man. Jake is a whore, man, a spiritual whore. Israel, man. 2/3 of Israel, not the elect. You got it,
not to mention making cuttings in your flesh.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what that jab
Go
does.
ahead. You fine? Go ahead.
All right. Excuse me. Yeah, because when you put that jab in you, you're making a cutting in your flesh, and that's a direct violation against the law.
Yep.
All right. It says,
you said it before the Most High, man.
Yep.
You got it, huh?
Sirach 38:15. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician.
And we see moms, our pops, our uncles, they're in the hands of the physician because what they say, I gotta see what my doctor say. I gotta see what my physician say. I gotta go down to my doctor and get A through Z, but that word pharmaceutical goes into witchcraft, man. Pharmakia, like the brother said, man, goes into witchcraft. So unknowingly, you're taking a part of Esau's wizardry and witchcraft, man. These pills, these subscriptions that he's provided you, man, just because it's easy accessible and it's coming from the hands of a so-called certified physician, right?
You see, it's like when you deal with Esau's pharmakia, his witchcraft, it's for right now. Because Jake want results right now. Jake want right now results.
Temporary.
You know, when you take a pill or two, but he give you this pill that says it's to help this situation, but it's harming your kidneys, harming your heart, you know, harming your nerves.
Side effects.
You know what I'm saying? A real physician's supposed to heal you.
Ooh. Hey, I grab that word side effects on Google because you people are going to get a lot of, like the brother was saying, you're going to have a lot of side effects from taking that pestilence relief, man.
Yup.
And it's going to destroy you, man, from the inside on out.
Yup. It alters your DNA, man. It really alters your DNA. You have synthetic DNA going inside of your DNA. Okay?
Hey, man.
Synthetic.
Hey, I got to ask you a question.
Man, he got his 40, y'all. He chilling, y'all.
Hey, look. He's a so-called veteran, right? I believe, to my knowledge. I was going to ask him if they taking good care of him in America, man, because we know they're not, man. All right? These veterans, they walk around with half blown off limbs, back all blown out, man. All right? Those are the ones right there, that guy in that wheelchair right there, man. Those are the ones that are going to be giving you Jake Hells with the M16s, all right? Remember in their glory days, man, because all hell is going to break loose on the shores of America, man. That cherry is going to be popped, man.
That's right.
All right? That blood is going to be spilled because you build a town by blood, Esau. Grab that, right? You build this town by blood. America was established by blood, man. And Isaiah tells you, you have committed whoredoms from thy youth, man. Back when you were Great Britain, man, those 13 colonies, man. All right? The Ottoman Empire, you were creating those whoredoms in the earth, man. The Renaissance period, man. Iconoclasm, whitewashing, man. Those whoredoms you polluted the earth with, man, they're going to come back on you. All that blood you spilled, those 300 and something treaties you broke with our Native American brothers and counting, man. All right? All the injustice you received, you did in this society, is going to come back on you, man. You got it, huh? You got more?
I got the word side effect.
Bring that out, huh?
All right, this is the term side effect.
Side effects.
From Google.
And this is what you Jakes are going to have after you've taken this jab, man. You're going to have side effects of that treatment they gave you, man. That poison that they put inside your body. And you're going to have no one else to blame for it but yourself, man. You got it, huh?
This is side effects from Google. The definition, it says a secondary, typically undesirable effect.
Undesirable. Something that you never expected. And besides this jab, you got people getting side effects from all the pharmakia that the brother was talking about, man. These side effects, you'll have a what? Temporary relief. And Esau, he puts it out there for you in warning labels, man. This can cause cancer. This is a temporary relief. This is a warning, all right? But you, Jake, still indulge in that, man. All right? And that's the Most High warning you as well, man. You got it.
I'll tell you how fucked up Jake is. You remember those commercials, Doc, when they advertising this medicine for you, but at the end of the commercial, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mesothelioma.
Yeah, that's what it is, Doc. God.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
You got it, Doc. You got more?
It says a secondary, typically undesirable effect of a drug or medical treatment.
Right, and secondary means what? After you take whatever the drug is given to you, that secondary is that what? That next outcome of the drug, man. What it going to produce in your body? What outcomes is it going to have you lazy? Is it an upper or is it a downer? All right, those are side effects. You have more?
No, that was it.
You got back in Revelation, or you had one?
Whenever he told everybody to grab something.
I got it. Bring it out, huh?
This is Numbers 35 and 33. It says,
all right.
So ye shall not pollute the land where...
Polluted. And how is Esau polluted? He's not only polluted it by rape, robbing, and murder, but he's polluted it by the philosophies, man. All right? The scriptures tell you, grab it out. Let no man destroy you with vain philosophy and vain deceit, man. All right? The workers of iniquity have been working for hundreds of years. America didn't just get established overnight, man. Rome wasn't built overnight, but you see how easily Rome was destroyed, man? All right? That's how America is going to be. It's going to be here today. It's going to be gone tomorrow. We're going to be looking back at America like, well, you know what? That desolate old playground over there where we used to be enslaved at, yeah, by that devil Esau, that base man. That's how we're going to be thinking about America, man. All right? Because it's going to be a shadow of what was, all right, and what's not anymore, man. You got it, huh?
This is Colossians.
You have more on that? Bring it out some more.
Yeah, you got it. All the way to the bottom.
It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
Right, because when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. Esau is polluting. He's not only polluting the people with philosophies, he's polluting the land animals, the seas, the jungles, the rainforests. He's doing all that, man.
Hey,
you got lions want to sleep with other lions now, man. You got it, huh?
Check it out, huh? When you check out how milk is processed, bro, you not want to fucking drink milk no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's pus and blood, but he just keep going with it until it's white.
Mm-hmm. And then you got them and also other things that they've exposed over the years, because we know this from the apostles of Great Millstone on down to the least of it, man. Places like McDonald's, they call it McDevils, Taco Bell, Toxic Hell, Burger King, Murder King, man. All right, because all these places that Esau has established, how many McDonald's you can see within a 5-mile radius? You probably got 3, 4, 5 McDonald's. All right, pushing out poison, pushing out folly, man, to our children. All right, and Esau has a lot to pay for, man. The Most High says he required that which is past. All the slaughtering of Rome in 70 AD, that's required. All right, the Hellenization of the Greek period, that's required. The Medo-Persian enslaving us, Babylonian, Assyrian, Egypt, that's required, man. All right, everyone is going to give the judgment according to their works, man. Whether you be in a lot of the heathen or in a lot of the righteous, man, you're going to get the judgment of your works, man. You got it, huh? You got more? Bring it out, brother.
It says, for the blood is defiled the land.
The blood defiles the land, because blood is what? Blood shed unrighteously defiled the land, man. All right? When you shed an innocent person's blood, you defiled the land.
Right.
And that's what Esau has done, man. Our people were spiritually innocent, man. Because what? The Most High is dealing with us. We got the law, statutes, and commandments, therefore we're clean. We're not operating on the same level as everybody else, these heathen nations, man. All right? So you defiled us by killing us, murdering us, feeding us pollution, feeding us false doctrine, man. Having your Bible in one hand, having your whip in the other hand, man. Butt breaking us, man. All right? Breaking us down in front of our children.
This is Exodus 20 and 13. Thou shalt not kill.
Like that.
And just like that, thou shalt not kill. When it goes into kill, that means thou shalt not murder. All right, and this devil is the biggest murder on the planet Earth, man. Because what? When you check out John 10 and 10, it says the thief coming not but to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what this devil rap sheet reads. You got it, brother.
You're a thief on that left-hand side. You better believe it, man.
And it says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed
The
therein.
land cannot be cleansed by the blood that is shed therein. All right? By these people. But by who?
But by the blood of him that shed it.
By the blood of him. And you can even say them, man. All right? Because these people have shed spiritual blood as well, man. Esau, he shed that physical blood, but Ishmael, Moab, you shed that spiritual blood, man, because you was catering on to Esau. You came into the agreement with him that we're gonna take these people down. So guess what? After 1,000 years of slavery, we're gonna delete him because he's the spearhead of that. And all of you, you're gonna be returned to your lots of slavery, man.
You're going to get that hardcore slavery.
Hardcore slavery, man, and righteousness.
Get your back beat in. You know?
Get your back.
Continue employment with a continual stroke.
Right.
You know, you're gonna look forward to our Sabbath days. You're gonna look forward to our feast days. You're gonna look forward to our high holy days. You know?
You got more of us?
So he got. Back in that number. Yeah, bro. Right, because the time of reckoning is coming, man. The time of reckoning is upon us, man. All this shit all this shit that's going on in the planet Earth, man, right now, bro. hey, this is prophecy. Hey, prophecy coming to pass, man. All right, speaking aloud. 14 and 16. Oh, no, I was done with that. You gotta finish it.
It says, defile not the land. It says, defile not therefore the land which you shall inhabit, wherein you dwell. For I am the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel.
That's right, man. So we don't defile the land which we dwell, man. Because when a land is put under the laws and statutes and commandments of the devil, there's going to be a lot of defiling and abominable things in that land, man. But when that land is put under the righteous, there's going to be order. There's going to be rest. There's going to be peace, man. All right? The scripture said we're not going to learn a war anymore. So after this third woe, Israel is not going to learn a war anymore, man, because that law is going to be instilled in us, in our inward parts, man. And we're going to live and breathe the law, man. Act it out. Actually act it out, man. Not think about it, and we're going to actually act it out and manifest it, man. You got it, huh?
Like, it's going to be written in our DNA.
Yeah.
You want this?
And that's the fucked up thing about Esau, because he's literally going to try to put stuff in our DNA, man. He's doing it to you, Jakes, man. He's literally doing it before your eyes, man. Trying to be like the Most High.
And telling it to you, too.
Yeah. And you, Jake, see it as what? Him helping.
Yeah.
Him restoring your life, man. That's why I said, he that sinneth before his maker fall into the hands of a physician, man. You right where you need to be. You got it, huh?
All right. This is Isaiah 14 and 16. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms?
Right. We're going to consider you, man, because we're going to tell our kids, and so on and so forth about the base man that the Lord allowed to rule over us for our own good and our own punishment and restorement, man. All right? Because that's all you were, Esau, was a whooping stick to get on us, man, by the Most High. All right? A nation that had the sword for appointed time and was given back to its restoration to its rightful owner, man. Everything is going to be restored to its rightful owners on the planet Earth, man. So we're going to consider you and say, well, it don't make sense because Esau was talking all this trash. Look, Akeem, look, we're going back and we're looking at America right now. Esau, his pride doesn't match up to his actions, man, because he talked all this stuff, he did all this stuff, but in the end, the Most High he didn't even graze the Most High, man. He was just a bug buzzing in the wind. Like, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? You got it, huh?
You want to keep reading?
Read down to 20.
Okay. It says, verse 20, verse 17. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory. Every one of his own house.
Every one of his own house, man, because everyone is going to have their own house in hardcore slavery. But Esau, after 1,000 years, you're going to be destroyed, man. We're going to make an example out of you, man. We're going to make an example because what? You grab that out. It says the son and the nephew. It's talking about Esau.
Isaiah 14 and 21 and 22. 14 and 22 is exactly what he's saying.
That's right.
I got a quick precept right quick. I can see back what you're saying. This is Psalm 17 and 13. It says, arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. It's going back to what the brother was saying, like the Lord just uses Esau as his what? And, as his pit bull, really, as a puppet,
Yeah, literally, and what great thing it is to know that, these people don't know that Esau is devising an evil plan against them and wicked, They're just sitting in
they think Esau is forever. They think Esau is going to rule forever, because Jake can't see a society without E, because they feel like Esau brings the civilization to the civilization, if you will.
Hey, that's Stockholm syndrome,
right
there.
They think that Esau brings order and civilization, and he has the big plan. He's the man with the plan in Jake's eyes.
They wandering after the beast.
That's right,
like
brother.
It tells you in Revelation 13. That's right.
You still want that in 20? Yeah, verse 20. No, verse 19. It says, But thou art cast out of the grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet.
Right, because you, your society, your so-called pride and glory, all right, we're gonna gather up those Edomites that's gonna be in those underground bunkers. Because the scriptures tell you, I was sent for fishes than hunters, and we're gonna hunt them from the clefts of the rock. So we're gonna cleanse. We're gonna do a cleansing of you Edomites, because you big international bankers, you're not gonna be found here in America when this goes down. We're gonna be over there in the Middle East, hiding out bunkers. So those spiritual powers are gonna come in. We're gonna seek you up. All right, we're gonna cleanse the land in the name of Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai, all right? Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai. Keep going
Verse
up.
20. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
Right. So when these other heathens go to their own house, all right, and continue in their lot of slavery, all right, because everything is going to be in order. Esau, you're not going to be joined with them, man. You're going to be exterminated, all right. You're going to be that. What happens to y'all boys Dragon Ball Z when they hit that Kamehameha?
Yeah.
And they just
the spirit bomb, the spirit bomb disintegrate your ass.
You just gone, and there's nothing left for you. We're just gonna be we're gonna have those spiritual powers, so we're gonna look at you in a past tense, man. Mm-hmm. After that 1,000 years, that day, all right.
That's right.
You got it, brother.
Verse 20. No, that was it on that.
That was it.
But if you wanted that, no, I mean, look, I'm gonna give you that 22 that you asked for. Okay. For I will rise up against them, said Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant and son and nephew, said Yahweh.
Son and nephew going to what? The males, man.
That's
that
right.
Lineage that's gonna cut you. If you cut that off, that's why the Most High is so beautiful. He didn't allow you to cut off our lineage, man, for this knowledge to come through, man. All right. That's how Yahweh Shah was able to come. That's why it's written of that these men were the lineage of what? David, Ruth, Jesse, all right? Because they continued in that lineage because the Most High restores them in that lot, man. And they came back in the lot of their forefathers, man. Let us establish them by the house of their fathers, Numbers 1. And it said, all right, what the brothers read said, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant and son and nephew, said the Lord. So Esau, all right, we're going to do things in the decency and order. We're going to cut off that male, cut off the generation of males, exterminate them all right, and we'll exterminate that lineage.
Yeah, you got it, brother. This is Jeremiah 49 and 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. So I said also Edom. Because the Lord gonna do his best work on you devils, man. All right. It's like damn, like the brothers bring out. This is the guy that shook the whole earth, man. You know. What the Lord gonna do to you is gonna be his best work, man, on the planet Earth. You know.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 16. It says, "Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart."
One more time from the top.
It says, "Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, O that dwell in the cliffs of the rocks." It says that holdeth the high hill, though it says, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle.
As high as the eagle, because guess what? What's the national bird in America? The eagle. All right. What's the characteristics of the eagle? Swift, bird's eye view. All right. Cunning. Can get away from his enemies. Fly high. Can see everything. That's how America does. That's what that whore does upon many waters, man. She oversees and foresees and looks at everything from a bird's eye view on the left hand side, man. All right. But it said what? Bring it up from the top one more time. Tell them where you at, huh?
This is Jeremiah 49 and 16. Thy terribleness have deceived thee.
Thy terribleness, because when you get big and bad and you get puffed up, your mind starts to play on your top like you can't be fucked with.
Right.
So that's how Esau Edom is the so-called white man on the planet Earth. He feels like he can't be fucked with. All right? But the men of the Lord know that Esau's power can amount to the technology and the so-called and the mothership, the fathership of Yahushua, man. Those nuclear missiles, those concentrated heat off the chariots, all right? The angelic being that's going to come from off top that fathership, Yahushua. The scriptures tell you one angel could destroy this whole what?
This whole planet, this whole earth. You know?
So how much more a host of angels, man? They're really coming back to glorify the Lord, and it's going to be a big parade. And Esau, you're going to be destroyed in the midst of that, man. It's going to be glorious. You got it, bro.
You was done with yours? Go ahead, I finished.
It says, in the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwell in the cliffs of the rocks, that hold the high of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as an eagle, I will bring thee down henceforth, said the Lord. All right, so Esau, his head is held high. All right, here in Babylon, man. All right, and the Lord saying that when he comes back, all right, on his chariot and with his innumerable amount of angels, that he's gonna bring him down. All right, when he's about to fill his belly. All right.
Joe, you could grab it, huh? It tells you you can get it out. Brother Precept.
Hey, this is Ezekiel 28, verse 2. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus said the Lord the Most High, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thy heart as the heart of the Most High. And that's what this devil does. He looks at himself as a God. Hey, case in point, we ain't got to go through all types of secular history. Here you go. This guy thinks that he's a God. You know what I'm saying? Because what? That's what's really in his heart. He want to become God. He want to dictate your going in and coming out. He want to dictate how many people is on the planet Earth. He want to dictate all these things that is above his office. You know, really and truly, he's the basis of men. But that gets to show you how low we became as a nation. All right, you got it, though, brother.
This is Job 20 and 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
In the fullness of his sufficiency. So even though he's thinking he's gradually increasing towards his NWO, he's going to be in derision because the Lord is looking at him the whole time like, look at this crazy psychomaniac that I just got to snap my fingers and he'll be gone. Look how vile he is. Look how deceitful and abominable he is, man. All right? Look how I made an example out of him in front of the whole earth. All right? How proudful he is. How he has my people in slavery. Look how I'm just going to snap my fingers and he's going to be put in chains and shackles. This is really going to seem like that. You got it, huh? You can break the rest down, brother.
It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. All right, so when Esau is about to fulfill his new world order, his agenda, all right, the Lord is going to put a monkey wrench in it, man. All right?
Rock it out, brother, because it's certain things that this devil can't do, man. It's certain things that the Lord is not going to allow him to do because he has bounds on him. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Because he got bounds on him that he can't pass. Okay? Because the Lord, brother, it's certain men that the Lord is not going to allow this devil to touch, man.
I'll get it right now.
You know what I'm saying? You get it? Okay, go ahead. Bring out your precept, and you can bring out your precept, brother.
You want his first?
Yeah, we call his first. Go ahead. Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the numbers of his months are with thee. Thou has appointed the bounds that he cannot pass.
All right, you got a time limit, bro. Yasha'Allah is forever. You know? Yasha'Allah is forever. You know? You got a time limit. All right? You got an expiration date on your shit. You got bounds that you can't pass. There's things that you can't do, man. We already know it's things that you can't do with all that fucking folly and lying that you're doing, talking about you went to the moon. All right? Talking about, you know, that you explored the ocean, right? We know you're lying because the scriptures tell you that you're lying.
Hey,
You know?
that's the spirit, bro. A couple nights ago, I was reading into it. It said, it's like a well-known fact that only like 5% of the ocean is discovered. 5%, brother.
That's right.
It's around that area, like 5 or something like that.
Right.
That's discovered.
If that.
If that,
Hey,
because he said the Earth is billions of years old, so we know we can't trust him on these facts out here, man.
Yep.
So he might have 0.5 of the ocean discovered.
even the creatures, dog, because we just not found a whale that has legs, yeah? 4 legs, yeah? I don't need to see it, huh? You can Google it, huh?
Hey man, fuck this devil. Bring that out, bro.
All right, God, because the scripture that the brother just read, all right, talks about how the Most High pounded Esau, set Esau's bounds that he cannot pass. All right, and this is one of the bounds that he can't pass. All right, this is Psalms chapter 125, verse 3.
Yeah.
For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the light of the rock, upon the lot of the righteous, which are who the elect, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. All right, yeah. So, one of the bounds that he can't pass, all right, is touching the elect, because the elect are the apple of the Most High's eyes. He's his woman. In the scriptures talks about the Most High is going to defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, because when you think about Jerusalem, what was one of the main things that was in Jerusalem? The temple. Okay, and today, who was that third temple? All right, the spiritual temple. That's the elect, the 144,000.
That's right, bro.
All right, and the Most High is not going to allow this devil, all right, to sack the temple once again, like he did 2,000 years ago in 70 AD, amongst our forefathers.
That's right, brother. Because
Right.
there's certain men that he is not going to be able to touch. Although you're going to have some men that are martyrs for this truth, for the witness in the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But there's certain men that he cannot touch, man. Thus said the Lord, because the brother just brought it out.
Bring that out, right?
It says scientists have discovered a new species of whales, 4 legs, all right, that live roughly 4. Esau with the size. Now he said 43 million years ago, but we know it's a lie.
Yeah, man. We know that.
And it's not a new species. It's really not a new species, because the Lord say that the work that I do, it remaineth forever, just paraphrasing the scripture. Okay? There's nothing new under the sun here, man. Okay? You're just catching up. You know? What you doing there? Psalms up? Okay. This is Psalms chapter. Yeah. This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. It says, Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
That's war, man. It's coming back around again. The brother brought it out earlier. The wicked is the Lord's sword, man. That's why you see Jake get mauled down by police. Jake is the first one to get fired. Jake is the first one to get fired, the last one to get hired. You're subject, you can get in Lamentations, huh? We have watched for a nation that cannot save us, man. They hunt our steps in these streets, man. They don't want you Israelites to prosper. That's what they do. What did they do to Rosewood? What did they do to Black Wall Street? They still consider you as 3/5 of a human being, whether it was taken out of the Constitution, amended, ratified, whatever you want to call it, man. All right? The action of you being 3/5 of a human being or 2/5, 1/5, is still being portrayed in these streets of America, man. You got it out? Bring it out real quick. Hey, because what the brother's about to bring out, Esau was given that dew of heaven, man. And it tells you in Genesis 2 that before a certain time, the earth never was rained upon, man. That's why in the times of Noah, they were just getting that mist and that dew upon the ground. So therefore, they took it upon themselves to commit violence, marry, give it on to marriage. Because what? They saw that dew, and they didn't see it fully rain, man. And Esau did what? He's given the dew of heaven, man. He didn't see the rains of heaven, the rains and the realms of heaven, man. He was only given a small portion, man. Therefore, his mind is set on what? Folliness, pride. You got it out.
This is Genesis 27 and 28. It says, Therefore, Yahweh give thee, O the dew of the heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine.
But the Lord says the earth is his footstool, man. So Esau, you were just given a rule over this place for a certain amount of time, man.
Temporary rulership.
Temporary, a rental blessing. A rental blessing, man. All right? And when it's going to expire, all right, only the Lord knows, but we know according to prophecy, that expiration date is ready. It's ready.
Stone. The expiration date is etched in stone. You ain't getting out of this. It ain't no, because Esau, like how they did with the debt ceiling, like, oh, we can make these modifications, they can give us some more time. It ain't happening like that. It ain't happening like that. There's nothing that you can do, Eve, all right? Because the Lord said he sent forth this, his word shall not come back to him void.
That's right.
Y'all got it, brother.
That's right. You got one? Yeah.
This is Daniel 4 and 17. It says, this matter is by decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
So the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he ruleth, whether that kingdom be Greece, ancient Rome, Babylon, the Most High ruleth in all those kingdoms.
All right? And it says, and give it to whoever he will.
Right. Just like he gave it to the Medes and the Persians, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, all right, the Greeks, the Romans, the Ottoman Turks, whoever it may have been at that point in time, man. The Most High willeth it to be that way, man. But the ultimate purpose for the Most High doing these things is for the glorification and the magnification of Israel, man. The so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. And this has been done like that since the beginning of time, man. You got it, man.
And it says, consider up over it the basis of men.
The basis of men. So the Most High set it up over the basis of men. Base means low, vile, all right? No respect, of little moral value, all right? That's what a base man is. And we can tell that Esau is a base man with power. Because when a righteous man has power, he's going to make sure that everyone, down to the ants, down to the soil, down to the trees, everyone is nurtured, all right? And glorifying the name of the Lord. How about Shem Yahushua? But when the wicked gets in power, all right, they pollute the earth. That's what Esau did, man. And he has a big price to pay. He's got a big price tag on his head.
You got it, bro. You still reading now? What you want to get? Proverbs 29. Let's say that the earth more, wicked are ruled, earth more. Get Ecclesiasticus 10 and 4. Wow, with the shop.
Why you still want that second verse 16:38?
Yeah, bring it out real quick, man.
All right,
No, you got it.
This is second Ezra chapter 16, verse 38. As when a woman with child in the ninth month.
The woman that whore is that whore that sit upon many waters. All right, and watch what's gonna happen to her. You got it out.
As when a woman with child in the ninth month bringing forth her son.
Right, so America's walking around with a big pregnant belly, full of abominations, full of atrocities, full of wickedness. You got it out.
Within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
Contractions. She's having contractions. Americans having contractions. Mass shootings, earthquakes, wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, famines, Jacob's trouble, martial law. It's having contractions, all right? And then it's going to do what? You got it out? Keep going.
Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
Right, because that child is going to come forth. That destruction was going to be spearheaded by Yahweh Shai. That man child, all right, is going to come forth and destroy America. You got it out? You got more?
Yeah, verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth.
Not slack meaning what? It's going to be tightness and there's going to be a domino effect of these plagues, man. When it's on, it's on. Like that song says, man.
And if I can add, when it say not slack, that means you can't underestimate nothing that the Lord says. You can't slack. You can't say, you know how Jake could do something, right? Say Jake on the job, Jake could do something, but if you like, say you like, I liken it to like I'm gonna just say building a scaffold. If you like it's one boat you ain't really tight or whatever, it's not tight, but it's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Lord not doing that. It ain't gonna. It's gonna be all right. No, the Lord tightening every motherfucking busting ass every way in this society on the in America. All right?
Yeah.
The Lord not slacking on nothing. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, no. Beautiful point, now. Back here real quick. 2 Peter 3:9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise.
And his promise is to fucking destroy you, E. You know? That's also a promise too. You know? Go ahead.
As some men count slackness,
Come on.
but is long suffering to us ward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Go ahead, brother. You was done on that?
That's
The
the
Lord
rest of it.
promises to destroy America, man. You got that? They got more?
Yeah.
Nah,
It says,
you know.
39 again, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
On every
Right.
side.
On every side. Everywhere, bro. All right? Because everything that the Lord is doing is going to affect the whole planet, bro. You know? Because the Lord is going to get ready to do what? Establish righteousness in the planet Earth, man. Okay? But before he do that, there's going to be plagues on this place, man. What you see happening, bro? The time of reckoning is now, man. The vision was set with an appointed time. That time is now, bro. That famine is here, bro. You know? Hey, but look, though, I wanted that. I forgot my point.
I got your point. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
All right, when the righteous authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked and rule, the people mourn it. All right? Everybody mourning, bro. Hey, because what? Look at this devil. Look at the decrees that he's pushing out, bro. He is not profitable for the earth. He is not profitable for the planet. Okay? Read that in Ecclesiastes 10:4, whoever got it.
All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
So that's the Lord making this devil do this because he said that the scriptures say the wicked is his sword. So the Lord, and you know, and when you read in Proverbs, it tell you that the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. So the Lord is allowing this devil to do this. Okay? Keep reading.
And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable.
In due time, he's gonna set up one that is profitable. Esau is not profitable for the planet Earth, man. All right? You got all these people on the planet Earth, like the brother was saying, starving. He got all the damn money. He is not profitable for the planet Earth, man. Whenever the Lord say be fruitful and multiply. How the fuck can you multiply with two men humping on each other, man? You know? Bumping beards and shit. Two women, you know? Pumping pelvises and shit, man. How is that profitable, man? But he the one that deems these decrees. All right? But Jake can't see a society without E, bro. And every nigga that think like that, each one of you Jakes that think like that, may the Lord put your fucking ass to death, man.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Woe means destruction. That decree unrighteous decrees. You fucking faggots, man. You faggot ass white people, you sit in these fucking Senate houses, man, and make these decrees and these laws to do what? To govern the planet Earth, man. All right, which is unprofitable for the planet Earth, bro. And you frame the mischief by law, which are your decrees, unrighteous decrees. Go ahead, brother.
And that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Which grievousness? Your laws are grievousness, bro. The laws that you push out is grievous as fuck. How the hell you work a whole year to receive your taxes, and his devil tax your welfare paycheck every week, and when you file taxes, he tax your taxes, my G. All right. When you do, and then this devil, they say that the Bible was the law of the land, right? Well, the Bible says you're supposed to get paid every day. Yeah. You know, but they get paid every week. They get paid 2 weeks, and you get paid once a month. You know, that's bullshit.
Slavery, man.
This is, hey, bro. You said it, huh?
Slave.
I said it.
That's hardcore slavery. That's hard. It got more, right? It says, begging your point up, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
And that's how this devil destroys us, bro. He destroys through his decrees, man. His decrees set division amongst us. Not us, but as a nation. Right? Because stop at a red light. But when we talking about getting jabbed up, it ain't happening. Okay? Unrighteous decrees is a decree that you gotta have. You gotta get the dark. You gotta get the dark to be a part of the society, which creates division amongst who? You know, family. Because you have a family member that says, look, if you ain't got that, you ain't got the dark, you can't come over here. And that's an unrighteous decree, bro. Because you got Jake, majority of the Jakes gonna trust in Esau's philosophies. Majority of the Jake gonna trust in Esau's decrees. And what they gonna do? Follow behind it like a fucking sheep, you know?
Hey, and if I can make a point real quick, all right, going back to Isaiah 10:1, where it says that right grievousness which they prescribe, you know, when you go into that word prescribed, it means right before, you know, before, scribe, right, you know, because they you know, before they execute, you know, these unrighteous laws and whatnot, you know, they write it down, you know, and they pass it through legislation. You know, when the scripture speaks about it, Psalm, you know, they frame it mischief by law. You know,
frame it mischief by law, though. All right.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. It says, woe unto them that call good evil. Evil good and good evil.
All right. One of them that call good evil and evil good. They call us doomsday prophets. So, you know, and they look at this as to be evil, man. All right? To not get the dark, they deem that as evil. Okay? But here it is. Hey, brother, you worshiping the image of the beast. Okay? And the Lord said, what, bro? You worshiping the image of the beast. You're gonna receive what? His indignation, man. Yep. The plagues of his indignation, which is what? Fire and brimstone. If the fire and brimstone don't get your ass, the family don't get you. If the family don't get you, then the pestilence don't get you. Pestilence don't get you, then whatever the Lord has set out for your ass to be put to death, that's what's gonna befall you, man.
Hey, this Jacob's trouble. It's not the Game of Thrones, man. It's not the Hunger Games, man.
You can't put no cheat codes in this motherfucker, man. What's gonna happen to you is what's gonna happen to you, man. And the Lord said, whatever scares you, whatever your fear is, the Lord gonna intensify.
Yeah, it tells you, I think that's Isaiah 66. He shall
choose.
Hey,
matter of fact, no.
Yeah, let's get that. Let's
get it. 66 and 4.
Yep.
66 and 4. And whatever you scared of, the Lord gonna intensify. Whatever it is. What's your biggest fear, bro? What's your biggest fear? You really don't have a fear? So you don't fear God? You do, you fear God. Really? Yeah. How you know you fear? You see, you taking too long, brother.
No, I don't think I am. I'm just articulate.
Let me ask you a question. Your dad, growing up, you feared your dad?
Yes.
Why you feared your dad? You see how fast you answered that? Yeah. You see how long it took you to answer how do I really do fear the Most High? The scripture, you believe in about it? Yes. You know how the scriptures tell you to fear the Lord?
No.
Well, you see, you gotta read the scripture, man. Just letting you know. I was just wanted to ask you that. I ain't gonna hold you up. I know
it says the beginning of wisdom is fear of the Lord.
It is right. Give me 1 John 5 and the fear of the Lord. Go ahead, bring it out.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
All right, so when your actual father told you something to do, you did it because you feared what he said, right? You feared if you didn't do it, what he was going to do, the consequences of what he was going to do, right? All right, so the fearing of the Lord is the keeping of his commandments.
That's how you feel.
That's how you feel.
And it goes on to tell you that the commandments are grievous, so they're not overextensive to where
you can't keep them or something.
Exactly.
It's not hard to keep the commandments, brother. You know, but the commandments was only given to one people anyway. So I was just trying to see what you really feared anyway. But you said you really have a fear. You know, you said you fear the Most High, but you don't know how you fear the Most High. So it's cool.
I didn't say that. You put that in my mouth.
Well, you said you don't know how. Well, no, you didn't say
never
you
finished answering.
You're right. You never said that. You said
I was
just trying to think
how I wanted to express it.
Right. Go ahead, bro.
This 1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments.
So if you love the Most High, you're going to keep His commandments. Go ahead.
And His commandments are not grievous.
Do you know what's one commandment of the Lord? You know one commandment of the Lord? Besides, thou shalt not serve other gods, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery. What's the commandment that of the Lord besides that, the obvious 10 commandments? No.
Yes.
Give me a commandment. Because the scriptures say, love God with all thy heart, all thy soul, right? Give me a commandment outside of it.
Well, I think they break it down first in the you shall not do these, but then later on in scripture it says you shall do this, which is an elevated form of the command. It fulfills the thou shalt not. If you're loving, then you're not going to do this thou shalt not.
Hey, in a sense, that is correct. You love the Most High, you're going to keep His commandments, right? But what I'm trying to get at is that people say that they love the Most High, that you ask them for a commandment, they can't give you a commandment outside of thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, love the Most High with all thy heart. What's another commandment outside of those obvious 10 commandments they hang in church? No, they got a commandment saying don't be a homosexual. They got a commandment saying that don't eat pork, don't eat crawfish, don't eat shrimp. What about that?
Yeah,
Don't
but
pop
in
on watching on the
the
business.
New Testament, Peter also is dealing with people who eat
Oh,
unclean
that,
things,
so
and
you want to deal with whoa. You're talking about it in Acts, the book of Acts, right?
Acts.
All right, so you need edification on that book?
Maybe.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it.
And let me bring this out first because
Are y'all publishing this?
Yeah.
We're live.
Yeah, we live.
the New Testament and the Old Testament go together. The New Testament is fulfillment of the Old
Get it,
Testament.
Acts 10. Who got Acts
They
10?
all go together. This is Psalms 40 and 7. Then said I, lo, I come. So we're going to get this established before we go into that topic, right?
Yeah.
Psalms 40 and 7. Then said I, lo, I come. In the volume of the book, it is written of me, I delight to do thy will, O my power. Yea, thy law is within my heart.
Hey, before.
I'm going to leave.
Okay, that's cool.
Only because
You don't have to
didn't
stand
tell
on
me
camera.
that this was for you guys to publish.
No, listen.
People.
You
If y'all
don't.
wanna talk to
You
me,
don't
that's
have to
fine.
be on
And
camera,
and
bro.
I appreciate what you do.
You don't have to
You're
be on
not
camera. You don't
You're
have to
not
be
on
on camera, bro.
You're not on camera.
But if that's live, then I need to.
Well,
You're
look,
not.
Matt,
Your voice is
if
on
you was to no, because you can kind of see it. If you was to back up, you're not gonna be on camera. You don't have to be on camera, bro.
Yeah,
The reason why you're on camera because you're standing right here. If you was to back up, you wouldn't be on
It's
camera.
6 feet distance anyways, you know? So
Well, and I'm sorry if I'm disrespecting that.
No. It's cool. It's cool. But I mean, if you wanted to get that act, we could do that for you.
you know what I'm saying? We hear our
But if you go,
I hear you. But you're like your head of time. As much as me. So that's fine.
Yes, because the scriptures tell you we have to be ready to give the defense to this.
And I respect
Any
that.
idea you come with out of the world, we can't come with a response from up here. We gotta come with the scriptures.
so you still gonna leave? It's all right. I'm
going to leave in a second because a friend's waiting for me, and I'm a little past due, but I'll let you finish your thing.
Hey, matter of fact, hey, look, before we get to that, somebody give me that. I changed not. We need to lay that out right now.
All right, I got you right here.
Because the Old Testament, he said, well, in the New Testament, Peter was eating with, right? He was eating. All right, let me get that.
It's Malachi 3 and 6.
This is in the New Testament. No, this is the Old Testament. Go ahead. But
Malachi
says the same thing. Go ahead.
Malachi 3 and 6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
All right, so the Lord say, I change not, right? Meaning that he never changed, okay? So when you say that he in the Old Testament, he said that's a law, but in the New Testament, it's okay because Peter doing what he said, right?
I'm just saying, yeah, essentially. Yes,
all right,
but I don't know if that was a law of God as much as a law of man. Yes.
What you talking about? What you mean?
There's lots of killing and rape and terrible
Of
things
course.
in the Bible, Old Testament, that I don't think are of God, but they're in the Old
But
Testament. That doesn't mean they're the law.
But when King David went out to slew his enemies, the Lord told him to go slay these enemies. The Lord did that. When King Samuel knocked off his name was Agag, when he knocked him off, the Lord allowed him to do that.
I got you quick.
You know? So it was the Lord that orchestrated these things. But I don't want to defer off topic. I want to get that axe. So let's get that axe.
I got it.
But you can bring out your precept.
All right. This is Sirach chapter 43, verse 27. how we may speak much and yet come short. Wherefore, in some he is all. How shall we be able to magnify him? For he is great above all his works. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. So,
and even in Exodus, he says the Lord is a man of war.
Exodus 15.
He says he's a man of war. And what's a man of war? Think of Leonidas on the 300. That was a man of war. Was he not? You never saw the 300, bro? You tripping. You in your kingdom and you never saw the 300? Let me get that ass, man. You know where to go to straight, huh?
Yeah, verse
go
9.
Ahead. Let's go.
All right. This is the book of Acts, chapter 10, verse 9. On the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city, Peter went up upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. Verse 10. And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance.
Fell into a trance. All right, go ahead.
Verse 11. And saw heaven opened, and a certain vessel descending upon him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners, and let down to the earth.
All right, them four corners. When he's talking about that, he's talking about the other nations. When you read down in the chapter, he's talking about different nations of people. All right, but he's talking about Israelites though. He's talking about Israelites. And he said the four corners represent, the four corners of the earth: north, west, east, and south. Okay, keep reading now. Go ahead.
Read it over again out and pay attention to these key words.
All right. Acts 10, verse 11. And saw heaven open, and a certain vessel.
A certain what?
A certain vessel.
A certain what?
A certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners, and let down to the earth.
Vessel. 2 Timothy 2:20. But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, meaning worth high quality, but also of wood and of earth, meaning low quality, nothing, and some to honor and some to dishonor.
All right, so you got certain vessels that's honor and some to dishonor. So those vessels represent what? People. All right? Those vessels represent people. And when you read further in the chapter, he was talking about those Israelites that didn't know that they were Israelites because they were going after the customs of the heathen, which is going into what? Why they were called Gentiles. Go ahead, brother. Get to the point to where it said you should not keep company with another nation.
All right, verse 28.
Because that's what he was talking about. Go ahead.
All right, this is Acts chapter 10, verse 20.
I want you to get in the blue letter, get that nation. Go ahead.
And go into the root word too.
That's right.
Yeah, because that's what I pointed at. Acts 10, verse 28. And he said unto them, ye know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come upon one of another nation, but the Most High have shewed me that I should not call any man common or unclean.
All right, so the thing is, brother, is that we knew that we weren't supposed to be dealing with other nations. We didn't deal with other nations. We didn't kick it with, the Hamites. We didn't kick it with the Edomites. We didn't do that thing. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't like that, all right? But he said, look, it's unlawful for us to keep company with another nation. Now go into that word nation. All right. You got the blue letter, all right?
All right.
It's a little extended.
Oh, it's a little extended. Well, look, let me tell you, before you go, like, if this thing when we bring it out is not about skin color, but I didn't want you to think that. But all right, check it out. If your bloodline goes back to being what we call the Edomites, which would be the so-called white man today, it's not about skin color. You, my friend, you and everybody you know that's like you, going into slavery under us. Because we the next in the power. Your people were ruling for this whole time, and the Lord he's sending these plagues on the planet Earth, and he's gonna set everything back in right order, and we gonna rule on top of y'all, and y'all gonna be under us for 1,000 years, and then y'all gonna be eradicated off the planet Earth. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, say it one more time.
Appreciate it, brother.
You said a very important point. What you said?
I just said
And that's the will of the Most High, because your people have been ruling for centuries and centuries, rape, robbing, and murdering these people. But these people, it's a lot, not these people. This first is number one, Israel. But these people, they've been reaping the benefits of their forefathers. You know how America was set up. The forefathers, slaves, beating on the backs of these people.
You're a lawyer.
So what we've said was that these people right here, who were the subject of rant, rape, rob, and murder for centuries of years, so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, all right, they were backed by power all along that was defending them. And that power is going to destroy their enemies, starting with the so-called white man. Now, when you go home, read the book of Obadiah, all right, you can start at 18. You can start from the top. Obadiah. Obadiah.
Yeah.
Read it from straight top to bottom.
Because now you know who you are. According to the Bible, you would be from the seed of Esau, which would make you an Edomite. All right? And so you and everybody that's of that lineage is born into slavery, brother.
See you guys out here. I know I just moved back here, but
That's right. It's cool though, bro. You know,
anytime you
like
want to
you
ask
said,
questions about your heritage, we out here, we'll tell you.
We got you, brother.
as long as it's spoken ways, I'm happy.
That's right. Well, it is,
And
bro.
it seems like it.
Yeah, it's cool. Right?
All right.
What's your name, man? John.
Take it easy, John. John accepts his judgment, man. And that's what it is. That's right. John accepts his judgment, bro. Because the thing is that these people live in a false sense of reality, man. Thinking that this place will continue forever. Hey, the prophets are back to establish order in this motherfucker, right? And we ain't afraid to tell you that you going into slavery.
Look how low our people are, bro. That show you how low Israel is, huh? They don't want to come back to the Most High, but that Esau could be like, man, if that's the Lord's will for me to go in slavery, man, that's the Lord's will,
hey,
man.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, you know how in the movies out when somebody tells somebody something, it's like in their head they'll play the whole scene out.
Right.
It's like boom, they'll shoot their ass, but then they go back to reality and just stand there still listening. That's what he wanted to do. He was pitching, killing our ass. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's what he felt like. He was fucking slobbering from the mouth to kill our ass, all right?
I'll be out here next time.
Hey, let me tell you what he gonna do. He a lawyer. He a lawyer. He gonna write motions to have us not be out here.
Yeah.
On bitch ass. Yeah, but you can't stop the word of the Lord, man.
I got you a precept. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
All right, see, the thing is that he speaks sweetly with his lips. You're like, if that's the Lord's will, that's the Lord's will. He's going down there to meet his friend, and he gonna sit down at the table. I just got some interesting news.
Let me type up emotion.
Hey, look, yeah, he gonna type up emotion. He gonna file that motherfucker, man. And next thing you know, you gonna have John. You gonna have goddamn Austin and fucking Hunter out here with their fucking badge and extra clips and fucking vests on. When we ain't doing nothing out here but just preaching the word of the Lord. Go ahead, huh?
It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit.
That's what he's doing. He's imagining trying to get us the fuck from out here. Go ahead, huh?
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
All right. If he find the opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And that's the MO of this devil, man. This devil MO is to do what? Chiefly destroy all of Jake, man. All right? That guy, I mean, he clearly was a fucking Edomite, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, huh? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody out here, we not holding back our sword, bro. We gonna tell it. And then and then you gotta come at Esau real subtle. Hey, let me ask you a question. Hey, how are you, man? You know what I'm saying? You gotta get on Esau level. Yeah, you gotta come like him. You gotta come like hey, you know? Yeah, shit like that, bro.
We them guys on the right hand side. Mm-hmm. Well, we do it in righteousness, man. You got it up.
God, bro. Because the thing is, bro, hey, look, the word is out here, man. The word is out here, bro. Hey, the son of perdition has been revealed, man. Let me get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Go ahead, finish what you got.
It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
That's right. Because this devil, when you going through, hey, Esau see Jake going through shit. Esau not trying to extend that helping hand. Esau gonna stomp your ass down. Because what? Esau want to keep you down because Esau know that he's inferior to us, man.
Right.
And if we get you give Jake a little bit of something, Jake gonna make that bitch sprout, man. All right?
Salt of the earth.
Go ahead, brother.
He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance.
Like, yeah, man. Hey, look, bro, fuck those niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how he feel, man. You know? That's exactly how, but that's what's in his heart for real. He wanted to kill us just now, bro. I don't care what he said like that. You know, I don't care how the scriptures got this dude down to a T. Was not this fucking faggot soft spoken out? You would think that you would
Soft-spoken
think
sodomite.
yeah, soft spoken, bro. And he probably was a sodomite. Go ahead,
Yeah.
You got that was it.
That was it, brother.
You got that Thessalonians?
Yep.
They're running.
All right. Where you want to start at? Verse 7?
Yeah.
All right. The 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Come on.
Verse 8. And then shall that wicked.
All right, because we know who the wicked is. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. When you read the book of Malachi, it tells you what? That he is the wicked, bro. Esau, and Jacob have I loved Esau that I hated. All right, he's the wicked, the wickedness. His man, I don't want to butcher
The
man.
border of wickedness.
I got it.
Yeah. I want to read it though. I want it to come.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. I'm going to start at 2. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
And that's how Jake act like, man, how the Lord love us? Bring it out.
Was not Esau's Jacob's brother?
Was not Esau your brother? Go ahead.
Said the Lord, yet I love Jacob.
Yet I love Jacob. So this is how I love you, Jake. This is how I love your ignorant, dumb ass. I chose you before I chose this goddamn devil. Go ahead,
And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
That's coming out. That's coming in the Renaissance period. Go ahead, brother.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
So Esau is deemed the wicked.
Forever.
The wicked in the scriptures. You're going to forever be the wicked in the scriptures. Now finish reading that out.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed.
So the wicked is being revealed. Why? Because the Lord gave us the eyesight to us to see that this devil is not white. The Lord manifested himself clearly. This devil had a white shirt on, but he was red as all fuck. Go ahead,
It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And that's what's happening right now. The Lord is consuming this devil with the spirit of his mouth. Go ahead.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, man. And that's what the Lord chiefly going to do, man. Destroy him with the brightness of his coming. Right now, he's being cut down with the spirit of his mouth, man. Through who? The holy prophets. Okay? He's being chopped the shit up, man. You know, chop suey on that ass, man. You said you got a precept on it?
No.
Oh, I know. What, you was on that? You was done on that, huh?
Verse 9.
Go ahead.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Right. Because this guy is the father of lies. He is straight from the womb street speaking lies. You know? And that's how you can tell who this devil is. He's the biggest deceiver on the motherfucking planet Earth. You know? Go ahead, brother. What you got?
It's Revelations 11:11. And it's going into, after those 3 days and a half.
That's right, brother.
350 years, man.
That's right, brother.
Starting with Abba Bivens, all right, came upon the scene and was, the Most High used them as vessels of restoration, man. Revelations 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
All right, he said, hey, the spirit entered into them, man. They stood upon their feet. So the spirit entered into us to know who we are, to know who the son of perdition is. Brought us back to what? He restored. He renewed our minds, man.
Right.
He stirred up our pure minds, man. Brought us into remembrance, man, of who we are and who the motherfucking enemy is. Go ahead.
That's right. And it said, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. All right? And the elect is going to be what? Spiritually beamed up. Ascend upon the clouds, and their enemies are going to behold us. Contain the wisdom of Solomon.
That's right. That's right.
Chapter.
I was just going to go there. You got it, huh? Go ahead.
Yeah. And it's backing it up. It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead and Yahweh shall rise first.
You already here. Go ahead,
So that's a debunked precept for the rapture, man. All right, because if you get Revelation 20 and 16, it goes into that first rise, man. So those who perish, all right, men of the Lord, all right, like Abba Bibbins, King Mashah, all right, etc., they're gonna rise, man. All right, they're gonna rise back up, man, in their lots, man, with the Lord, as men of the Lord, man, because the Lord says their works shall follow them, man. Reincarnation to reincarnation, man.
That's real.
So just because the brother passed away, died, all right, and it's true. You died in this truth. Key words, man. You didn't die in the military. You didn't die in the club, in jail, all right, in the classroom, man. You died in this truth, man. So Lord's gonna reward you for that, man. All right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 6, and it reads, "Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of Yahweh and of Yahweh Shai, and shall reign with him 1,000 years, man." We're going to reign with Yahweh Shai, so they put Esau in his remnant, and going back to Esau, that 1,000-year period, man, we're going to exterminate him, man. All right? So that first death was what? The flood. The second death, grab 2 Peter 3 and 5, all right? The second death is talking about the nuclear missiles, man, which has no power over the elect. The elect is not going to be destroyed in this nuclear fire, all right? It's not meant for us, man. We're going to go through some things. We may be martyrs, but that hellfire, that ultimate second death, that's not for us, man. Just like the first death spiritually was in us because we came from the laws of Shem, man. It wasn't for us, man.
That's right, brother.
All right? You got it, brother.
Who got that 2 Peter 3 and 5?
Okay.
Go ahead, Al.
This is 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 5. "For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with
Right.
water."
It says, by the word of Yahweh, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of water and in the water, because the heavens is the waters, man. All right? The heavens have waters in them, man. So the earth standing out of the water, but still yet in the water. All right? Keep going, brother.
Dark waters.
What you gonna say? You got it.
No, I was going to the dark waters. Because remember that precept that I brought out from the conference call? That was in Psalms or something?
Yeah.
You see the
Last
water.
night?
Yeah. No,
I mean,
last week.
last week.
Uh-huh.
And then another way you can tell that, all this is made of water. It's like, all you got to do is just be driving fast down the street and stick your head out the fucking window. Or stick your head out the window. You're going to have waters on your fucking hand. You know?
And that's a beautiful point, because when you stick your hand out the window, you got that friction against it.
Yeah.
And what do you do if you in a swimming pool and you do like this under the water? It feels the same way.
That's
when
right.
you're on the outside with the wind, man. And we're made of water.
That's right.
All right? We're made of the earth, man.
That's
we
right.
come from the ground, literally, man. We're made of the components of the earth.
That's right, brother.
You got it out. We're going to take it out now. You got it out.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. You finished that with that?
You can read down the, keep reading now.
All right.
To 8.
Yeah.
We're going to finish.
All right, I'll read verse 6 again. 2 Peter 3, verse 6. "Whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished."
That's right. That there was, talking about the first world, being overflowed with water, it perished, man.
Which is the first death.
The first day. That's right. And we're doing things that Noah was doing before the first day. Prophesying, telling them that it's about to rain on the earth. And they don't believe it because all they used to is what? They're used to it not raining. They're not used to a major war in America. They're not used to people running outside with an M16 and clearing the block out. Every place you go, down the block, everywhere, everybody's doing violence. The atmosphere of the whole entire land is turmoil, man. They're not used to that. So we're prophesying before the second flood. You got it, huh? Because we're the descendants of Noah. You got it, bro. Bring it out to 8.
All right, verse 7. "But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men."
So the Most High reserved this earth because it's going to be judged, man, because the rulers of this earth are with you, man. It's going to be reserved for that fire. So the earth is being prepared for this judgment. That's why the earth is going to shake, roll to and fro like a drunkard, man, when this happens. Because the earth is going to be affected, because it tells you, I think it's in Peter that says, seeing that these things, the heavens and the earth shall be dissolved. Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of conversation shall you be in, man? We're in fear and trembling right now, man. That's why we come out and we're compelled through the Holy Spirit to bring out this word on the highways and byways, to not save only us, but perhaps those that hear us, man. In the name of the Lord, man.
That's in the same chapter.
You got it?
The heavens and the earth being the ball. That's
Yeah.
that's
Bring it
verse
out.
12.
Take it out on that.
All right. Verse 8. But beloved, all right, beloved, David, the house of David, beloved.
Along with it, brother.
But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day.
Right, man. The Lord doesn't measure time the way we measure time. The Most High said, my thoughts are not your thoughts, my ways are not your ways. So 1,000 years is a day to the Lord. All right? You got it, right? So the earth isn't that long. If the earth isn't that old, you got it, right?
Verse 9, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackless.
Sirach 5 and 7, make it tarry and come to the Lord, but you're going to be destroyed in your safety and security, man. Because you count the slackness. Just because you can go to Family Dollar and rack up, Dollar General, get all the gas you want, you think that you're in peace and safety, all right? But it says they think that they should be in good case, but then such discussion should come against us. You got it, right?
But is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. Verse 6, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Then those nuclear missiles, all right? That war in heaven, all right? That's going to take place between Esau and his military and the Most High, the power of Sabaoth, all right? Meaning armies of Israel, man. And we know who's going to be victorious. You got it, right?
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Keep going.
Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
All right, keep going.
Verse 12. Verse 12, looking forward and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right, because these things are going to be dissolved around. There's going to be a new earth. It said, we're going to be beamed up. Then Jerusalem shall descend down, man. All right, it's because it's going to be a new earth and a new heaven, literally with a new rulership, man. We're going to come down as king, priests, and judges of the earth, man. And it says, hasten in the day because the elder apostle Torah, all right. He labeled 2021 as the year of hastening the coming of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man.
And then, Brother Reed, that would be the second death. That is the second death. It's going to come by thermonuclear missiles. All right? So, that, Lord willing, is edifying to the hopeful elect. I'll turn the face east. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Harakakudah.
Good morning to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessings to the Ark and the pushing the truth at the four corners of the earth and all truth, sincerity, and diligence. Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba.
Baba.
Come on, y'all.
Shalom.